Learn, do, grow, and be a little better every day. Welcome to the Small Scale Life Podcast. Welcome to the Small Scale Life Podcast and the Small Scale Life YouTube channel. I am your lovable, happy, frozen host, Tom, and to my right or my left, depending on how your screen does it, I have my good buddy,
Adam with Modern Frontier Farms.
Always consistent, just hits it just like that, just like his prophetic peace at the end. You know what I mean? So.
Peace. Oh, not yet. Not
yet. We're not done. We're just getting started. So welcome to the show, everybody. It has been a minute since we did the show. We took last week off. I was a little under the weather, so I was not feeling well and just decided to pull the pin and not do it. And then things just got super busy. I mean, it has been a crazy busy 2 weeks in my world. How about yours?
It's been busy. The cold weather definitely kind of makes things a little bit busier.
Yeah.
We have this, they used to call it an Arctic blast. What is this? An Arctic
polar vortex, my friend.
Oh, polar vortex these days.
It sounds cool.
It does, doesn't it?
An Arctic blast, I think that's trademarked by Dairy Queen, isn't it? Or one of the, or maybe Culver's now?
I'm not sure. I mean, why not?
Right?
Absolutely. Right. It sounds delicious, doesn't it?
Like, I know. Ice cream with chocolate Reese's Pieces or cookie dough or something like that. It'd be delicious. Oh, nice water bottle. Yes. Speaking of that, I'm going to have a new source for decal stickers and all that stuff. Our niece in Georgia just opened up her own little Etsy shop. So talking about small business kind of launching in this cold world, she's got her things going, and it's called Fiction Finds on Etsy. So little Fiction Finds by Abby, I think is what it's called. So she's going to be making some cool decals and stickers for Small Scale Life. And I've got some shirt ideas, and she's going to be coming to visit us, and we're going to just download a whole bunch of ideas. So it's pretty cool to work with somebody who's also kind of where I'm at, just kicking off. So it's been a productive 2 weeks, I got to say.
Well, I think that's one of the most important things that a small business needs is for people around them to be supportive and not just, you can do it, Tommy. Yeah. You can do it. Yes, go ahead. Because I'll be honest with you, I've had a lot of people look at me like, what's Adam doing now? He's selling grass-fed beef? Like,
yeah, what is that?
Get that at the grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people don't quite understand, and they, why am I going to spend $10 on a pound of hamburger when I can get it for $6 at the grocery store? It makes no sense.
Right.
You're not my customer. I totally understand. That's fine. But support the people. When people have a dream, talk to them. Do you support their focus? It's not your time to give them a bunch of opinions and a bunch of like, hey, this is how you do this, until they start asking. Maybe make a little suggestion here and there. Your time right now, if you want to be a real friend, a real supporter, if you can purchase from them, purchase from them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so she's already got a run of decals and stickers for me, and we've talked about price. And the other thing that was good, and I'm sure you experienced this too with your meat boxes and the things you were putting together, is to have that trial run, right? Where you just send that. I mean, you're speaking from experience, you're a little nervous. Does this look good? Is it going to make it? Is it going to spoil? Is it going to pop open for some reason? And you'll have Tommy cakes or beef or trout dip all over the loading dock. All of those things run through your mind, and you just got to send it, right? I mean, it's like that Canadian dude. I'm just going to send it. You got to send it. You got to see how it works. You got to see what the shipping costs. You got to see what how the box works through the system, and then see how badly the post office is at delivering. So I'm all speaking from experience here, because I did have my first actual order of Tommy cakes go to Georgia, and a couple people supporting the new little effort. So the box went to the post office in their little town in Georgia, and it was like, did it arrive? I don't even know if it arrived yet. It was supposed to arrive like last week. So these are all the things you learn along the way.
Right. And there's ways to find that out, and we can go over those sometime if you'd like.
Yeah.
But do you know, like, people don't know when you buy from a small business, the smile that someone gets when they get that order. Like, you sit there, hey, if
Yes.
this cheese is like it's like you're purchasing something from me, you're getting something from me, but you're making me extremely happy. You're and that goes with any small business, because we're small enough that we're not sitting here going, oh, another order came in. Okay.
Right.
It's not an annoyance. It is a pleasure.
Right. And then once you do that thing the first time, you get all the jitters out, then the second one comes in, you're like, I can do this. Let's get this out the same freaking day. And that's what happened with box number 2. So that went over to Foley, Minnesota, to my good friend Amy Dingman at A Farmer's Kind of Life. And she popped that open, and she said the smell of the peanut butter and all the goodness coming out of that box, it was amazing. And her dogs went crazy. They really wanted the Tommy cakes. I mean, they were all natural. There's nothing they can, peanut butter and lard, they're just going to get a little fatter, right? And she put them out there, and within 5 minutes, birds were on them. And then the dogs wanted to go out all night. So she finally let them out, and they all just sat under the bird feeders. They're like, peanut butter, lard, oats, peanuts, raisins. So it was great. So she was sending me pictures of the birds coming in. It was so cool. It was just, yes, the biggest smile on my face is that is what I wanted to see. That's awesome, right? Mm-hmm. So it's cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yes, support. If you have someone in your circle of influence and circle of concern, and they're doing a small business, support them. And
right.
You're going to bring a smile to their face. And, if it's something, maybe it'd be a one-off and you'd never buy from them again. That's cool too. I get it. And I've had several people that did that for me. Unfortunately, I don't think my product was as good then as it is now. Mm-hmm. And I've been able to, trim up prices and make things more efficient and give my customers a better product. But that's all part of the learning curve too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So,
your chickens were good. Your beef sticks were fab, really good. I mean, they're gone, just like my suet, right? Just gone. We got good products, man. The gift boxes were fantastic. So if you're a customer of Adams, and myself included, you should probably leave him a review on A Modern Frontier, right, on your business page or your Google page, right?
Yeah, you can give me a Google review. Google reviews are right now are life and death for a business. Once you get up to 10 reviews, then Google starts really kind of counting that.
Really?
So yeah, it's a big part of the analytics. Something we're slowly learning about, and how important that really is to make a business a little more viable, a little more searchable. So
interesting. Yeah. And analytics are everything in some, and if you're doing the social media stuff along with this, and if that algorithm is holding you back from getting eyeballs on your stuff, and it happens, you got to figure out how to break that. And I think one of the problems with my stuff is because I was such a generalist for so long, the algorithm's like, I don't even know what this guy's doing. So having just a focus and then doing that's going to help, I think. So
yeah.
Yep. Getting the keywords sorted out, and just like they say, unfortunately the riches are in the niches. So you got to niche down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And there's a lot of cool little things that you can do, and I'm sure we'll talk about that sometime. And I think maybe even having a conversation here on Ant about small businesses, how that starting process is, since you're kind of right there in the beginning of it, and what my experience was, what other people's experiences are, and just being able to, be there, and what to expect.
Right.
And there's some great helpful hints once you kind of get yourself going, how to find those first customers. That's always the hardest part. The worst case scenario, they say no.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I'm really thinking, if like you've got this great product and you kind of show your competition side by side and you're like, mine is so much better. I did the same thing with some store-bought stuff. I may have birds wiping out my feeders, and I had one feeder with the store-bought stuff in it. It sat for a week and a half. They wouldn't touch it. I had a woodpecker that was out there complaining to me, saying, get the good stuff. I hate this. And finally it left. I think a squirrel just ate and just gutted it out and ate it. But yeah, I mean, the contrast is just, it's right there. You can totally see it, which is cool. It's like the marbling of your meat versus the frozen box meat, it's a big deal.
We go down that rabbit trail, but I mean, let's face it. What would you rather eat? This beautiful steak that's well made, or some McDonald's cheeseburger?
Pink slime,
yeah. Squirrels
delicious.
Let's face it, squirrels are garbage disposals of the bird feeder world.
Yes, they are. Yep. And sometimes we can be the garbage disposals of the restaurant world.
Exactly.
In a pinch, right? And I got to say, Jules and our friend's daughter, we were watching over the weekend. We were watching her over the weekend, and they actually went and got some fast food. Terrible. It was really bad, just greasy and nasty. And it really messed up their digestive systems for the whole day. It's just not worth it. Get the good stuff.
You don't realize how bad your food is until you start eating good food.
Right.
And the birds figure that out right away. They're like, this is crap, but I mean, you even know how good it tastes.
Yeah, I do. I had to think about it for a second. Just a second. I'm like, yes, it does actually taste good. And it smells so good when you make them. It smells like I'm making some kind of peanut butter chocolate brownies upstairs. And everybody really wants some, but I'm like, the Audubon Society says you probably shouldn't eat the birdseed. It's not going to kill you, but you probably shouldn't eat these bars. I'll have to put some chocolate or something in those and make real bars just for us one time. So a real Tommy cake, right?
Absolutely. I'm game for that. Let's do that.
What I'm very curious about, and this affects your business directly, we're going to get into the topic in just a second. We saw this week that RFK, he passed through the crucible. So he is going to be making changes to the USDA and all those agencies there. So that'll be a very interesting opportunity perhaps for you,
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that and where everyone's at. It's at the height of awareness for a lot of people.
Yeah,
the MAHA movement, make America healthy again, which I think that's one of those things where a lot of people can get behind that.
Right.
Just who doesn't want healthy food,
right?
And just kind of I guess our political system right now is taking a deep look at how everything is being done, and maybe it's an uneducated opinion on some parts, maybe it's a very educated opinion on some parts. That's for us to figure out here in the future. I'm not saying everything's good or bad, but once again, we do have to start figuring out how to proceed in the future. And America, we can do better. We really can. I mean, so many, including myself, I can even do better,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Eating healthier, being healthier, doing healthier things, movements.
Right. Yeah, true. Movement. Oh man, with a lot of desk work today. So in the past couple of days with it being so cold, it's just like, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do cold plunge. I don't want to do any of it because you'll freeze, right? You'll turn into a big popsicle out there. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, it's like -5 here right now. How cold is it by you, Tommy?
Oh man, that's the tough question. Hold on a second. Let me pull up the appropriate app, the correct app.
Yeah,
Like,
even my geothermal watering system for my cows is freezing over.
yeah, it's -3 right now. And I think it got up to like 3 today. With the wind chill, it feels like -17. We woke up to -15 with a wind chill. It was -30. So, and the amazing thing is, we had just down the road from us, and they're heading out west. Our friends Jay and Andrea from Virginia. This is the first time they've experienced something like that, and so they were like, "You guys live here? What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Oh, honey, oh, friends, you're going to Alaska." And you're driving through Minot, and it was like -50 last night, or -40. It was just ungodly, you know. They say that hell is a burning ring of fire. It could be ice too, right? That burn from the ice. I mean, it's going to be a cold drive. So stay safe, Jay. Stay safe, Andrea. Get up there safely. You're going to have one hell of a cool adventure. So that was really nice. Like, that was the past couple days. We got to really hang out with those guys, and that was a lot of fun. So we wish them well on their journey. It's going to be a very cool experience for them. So
Very cool.
Yeah, totally.
Exciting stuff.
Can you imagine? Just, okay, Lisa, moving to Alaska. Jules, moving to Alaska.
Man.
No. Oh, no. That's a powerful word to say, right? No.
Right.
It's our topic tonight. No.
No. There's so many opportunities that we can have in our life. And the thing that we have to start doing, if you want to be successful in life, you have to figure out no. And what do you want to say no to? How do you want to say no? No is one of those underrated words that we don't want to necessarily say.
As a people pleaser, Jules and I have been people pleasers all our lives. It was really, really, really hard to say no for many years. So then you'd find yourself doing stuff or getting into situations where it's like, ugh, if I only had said no and just gone a different direction, we wouldn't be doing this. One of the big ones in my life was leaving one company to go to another consulting firm because I didn't feel right in my gut, but I didn't trust my intuition, and I didn't tell them no, and I took it. Of course, that's why I'm here today, but it's all part of that journey. But, it's almost like the momentum was just taking you forward, and you just didn't. I mean, even if I didn't feel like it, I should have said no, but I didn't. So it's amazing. Yeah. No is a very powerful word. And I know there's a book out there called The Power of No. We're not going to be diving into that because I haven't read that one yet. Have you read that one?
Nope, I haven't.
Nope. We're going to say no a lot tonight. So get ready for it, everybody. So Adam, you came up with this topic. I thought it was a good one. It was one of many. It's not the one we both wanted to do post Valentine's Day, but
Well, Valentine's Day is here and gone, and
that's right. Yeah.
But so no, and I know we had a little bit of a discussion before the 7:30 start time here. Like, who was the one that I thought it was your idea, honestly. That's how good of an idea it was. I thought it was yours.
Yeah, it is a really good idea. And you actually came up with a different version of that. I think we need to swerve into another time, and that's being comfortable with the word no, right?
Right.
But then you came back with this one I thought was really good.
Yeah, getting used to the word no was the original idea, and then we started kind of going off to the power of no.
Right.
And it's two totally different things. Getting used to the word no is literally being okay with someone saying no and go, okay, they said no, that's fine. Where do I go from here?
Right.
Which is vital, extremely vital in the world of small startup entrepreneurship, right? Because that's what we're both in, right? We're still, I'm in a little bit later phase of
Right.
startup, but to sit there and go, be willing to go to a store and say, hey, do you want to hold my carry my product here? No.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we're looking at being that person that gets to say the word no.
Right.
And in order to be able to say yes to the things that you really need to say yes to, and the
Right.
things you want to say yes to, you have to
Mm-hmm.
start saying no.
Right.
And people take this to so many different extremes. You get to choose your own adventure here.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people sit there and say, well, it's family. There's another family
Yeah.
get together, and it's my third niece's twice removed birthday party, and we have to
Right.
go.
Right.
To be honest with you, if you have other things that you have to do in
Mm-hmm.
your life, the word no allows you to say, I'm not going to little Susie's birthday party. I'm going to spend time working on my business.
Right.
I'm going to spend time working out, going on a fishing trip, whatever that is.
Or not going on a fishing trip, right? Right before,
Right,
right at the last podcast or episode we did, I think was you
right,
actually had said, nope, not going to go on that. I'm going to go to this event at this local store instead. And it turned out to be a great little moneymaker.
right. And be able to say, I know I made commitments, but no, I'm not going to do this for whatever reason
Right.
you come up with. And people are going to be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be people like, oh, I really wish you would have came. It was a lot of fun, blah, blah, blah. Once again, no is an important word for you to start learning.
Right. No, that's true. It's often that we call it around here that Catholic guilt thing because we were both Catholics once upon a time, and that guilt and shame thing is one of those things that it's like a whammy, right? They throw out that boomerang and it hits you right upside the head, and then you're like, oh, I should have went, or okay, I'll go, but no, I mean, you've got stuff that you need to do. And I've been working with a therapist for over a year now, and it's all about setting the boundary, right? And setting healthy boundaries. And then you know where that is. And if it doesn't fit into your boundaries here, and if it's not going to, fit that boundary, well, then no, we're not going to do that. Or another way we phrased it is Tom's terms and conditions, right? You can have Adam's terms and conditions. What are your terms and conditions? I'll only do this if, oh, well, they didn't meet those terms and conditions. No. And then you're off doing, and it frees up capacity to do those other things. So anyway, you were going to make a point and I jumped right in there.
Oh, absolutely. No. So here in the Midwest, we're both Wisconsin Midwest guys, and the Catholic Church, no, Catholic guilt, whatever you want to call it. You can also take it to just Midwest, like
Midwest nice.
Midwest nice. Hey, you want to come help me move?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come over and help you there. Maybe I'll bring over a 6-pack and we'll have a couple dems as we help you move there, and then we can fix your deck too while you were at it, there, guy.
Right, and the word no, that's start getting people used to the word no. Like Tom and Adam, they're gonna say no. Like I'm gonna ask them, oh, do you want to go do XYZ? No. Now, you are going to have, in the long term, people are going to treat you differently.
Yeah, they are.
Do you want to go to the bar? Hey, Tom, let's go to the bar. Let's go hang out at the bar.
We'll get a couple bloodies and we'll have the Friday night fish. Well,
we'll just do one or two.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just one or two,
Yeah.
And, you know how that's going to go. And if you want to be successful in your life with your business, create a legacy for yourself, a legacy to pass down to your family. The word no is going to be a crucial word, and people aren't going to like it at first. And it's okay. It's okay for them not to like it. It's okay for them to be disappointed. It's in our nature to want to say yes. Yes is like, because we want to make people happy.
Right.
And let's face it, when we're little, what do you say to when your boys were little and they were sitting there grabbing cookies off the counter and ruining their appetite?
Right.
No,
No. One
that's
more.
bad
That's
thing.
it. No. No more. You're done. Here, I'm
Right.
going to put these up way up here. Then
You
I'm going to
know,
eat one.
it hurts to say no. And
Yeah.
so you grew up. I grew up get my mom telling me, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to make people feel good. So yes is a lot easier to say than no, even though yes spends a lot more time. And so it's a little bit more mental strain on yourself to
Yeah.
be able to have the strength to say, no, I'm not going to do X, Y, Z. But you become a stronger person every single time you say no.
Right. That's true. It's not as hard of a boundary. It's not as hard of a hurdle to jump over to say no. Right. I mean,
Mhm.
we had that go on in hunting camp this year where Ryan and I were going to sleep out in this overhang that they built, and has a double barrel stove. It probably would have been warm, but it was kind of like, well, no, we wanted to sleep. You know, people in recovery and stuff. We don't want to be around a bunch of beer and all that stuff. And we're going to be up really early in the morning. So let's not do that. No, we're not going to stay there. We'll stay at a hotel right down the road. And it worked out beautifully. And Ryan really appreciated that. So it wasn't quite the camaraderie at the deer camp, but it was, it was a little different, and everybody adapted and was just fine. And it worked out great, actually, for all the participants. They could get dressed and all the ready. They kept the other room quiet and dark, and they could be ready to go. And then we drove up. Ryan was ready and got a nice buck. So that worked out so great. He was the only one that shot anything. He was all rested and ready to go because we said no.
Right. So no is one of those words that you don't see the benefit now,
Right.
see it in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you sit back like you just did and recognize that no, that you say no, like you kind of almost forgot that you said no. And then you told the story, then it's like, oh yeah, because I said no, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And because we're well rested, because we weren't uncomfortable, because we didn't stay up all night playing poker and drinking beer. Well, actually, it's probably cribbage. You guys playing cribbage up there?
No, they were BSing all night. They were telling war stories from years past, and probably all that stuff. Yeah, they might have played some cribbage. We play cribbage. We're good.
And it's a fun game to do.
It is.
But what is your focus there? And trying to find your focus is going to require you to say, no, I'm not. Hey, we're going to go over here to the hotel. We're going to be not in this space and in our own space, so we can do what we need to do to be successful in that hunt.
Exactly.
The other aspect is, and this was something that was really touching to me. So a friend of mine and I were teaching a self-defense class. I've been in martial arts since I was 16 years old, and I've trained with my friend Kenny for a very long time. And we had this. It was a woman's self-defense class, and this one woman, the whole thing that we were doing was getting women to be okay with saying the word no. Like, it was difficult for them to say no. Like, I'm like, I thought it was difficult for me to say no. It was. These are mothers that they never said no. And this one lady, she just broke down crying because she goes, I was never told I was allowed to say the word no. So it's ingrained. It's so ingrained in our culture to not say no, and it felt empowering to her so much that she was crying because she was able to say the word no and say it forcefully.
Right.
No, you're not going to do this. No. And it was a very that was a very touching moment for me to realize how powerful that word really is.
Right. And it does build up that confidence. And I think part of it goes into your own self-worth, right? I mean, what you think about yourself, and if you're always the caregiver and everything, well, then who's taking care of you, right? Sometimes you need to say no because I need to take care of myself too. If you're always giving it away and your cup is always empty, then what's left for you, or what's left for your little business or your hobbies or the garden, right? I mean, you got to have some capacity for things, and saying no gives you start to build some capacity to do some things on your own or for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's pretty powerful too.
Absolutely. Yeah. We only have so many hours in a day,
Mm-hmm.
and so many minutes in your life. And each time, that minute's clicking away, and to be able to tell someone else no. Now, what if it was telling yourself no? You think you can tell yourself no? What does that mean?
Well, that would be like no late night snacking, or hey, I'm going to have dessert and then I'm going to have another one, something of that nature, right? Or no, I'm not going to sit in the chair or the couch and just scroll or watch a TV show. I'm going to do this productive thing instead, right? Something along those lines is what I'm thinking.
Absolutely. And we can tell ourselves no, I'm not going to sit there on social media for the next hour and a half
Or longer.
I have ADHD. I can't stand social media more than an hour and a half.
TikTok hasn't been solved, so I haven't been binge watching. So,
and we have that snack, that that cheeseburger, driving down the road, and you're like, man, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
They got good cheeseburgers over there. I should stop and get that cheeseburger.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Or the snickerdoodle with the chocolate on top.
Oh,
quick trip.
My goodness.
Disastrous.
I'm starting to understand about you now. Yeah, I mean,
I know.
You go into the quick trip to sit there and use the facilities, and you come on out. You're like, I'm just going to be a good guy. I'm going to get myself some water.
Well, you can't go into the quick trip and you can't just say I'm going in to use the facilities. I got to go get something to put a little money in the pot there. Not that pot, but the pot. And let them know that I appreciate them. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's delicious. You're good.
I mean, you got the Rice Krispie treats there. You got the carrot cake there. Just grab yourself a donut. Hey, there's a cheeseburger. They're not bad. Yeah, it makes it difficult.
Yeah.
But to sit there and have the willpower to say, no, I'm not going to get that Rice Krispie treat with that chocolate on top or that peanut butter on top. Oh, those are good.
Mm-hmm.
But to say no, because what happens afterwards. Because once again, remember, no is a long-term to success.
Mm-hmm.
Where yes, I'm going to eat that Rice Krispie treat. I'm going to eat that crappy cheeseburger. And you go, okay, I got a Rice Krispie treat. I got my cheeseburger. I decided to go get a water. I'm going to be healthy. So you got your bottle of water, and you sit there and you start eating it. And about 30 minutes down the road, like at the moment, you're like, yeah, that was really good. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh,
yeah,
man,
that wasn't so good. Yeah,
I kind of regret that. So once again, long term.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's all about the long term,
right?
When you're using the word no, the long term success, and that's the success that ends up really counting in the long run.
Right. Yeah, I would add on to that. I've seen, Danny, Ryan, Jules. I mean, and David, and Jules' brother. I mean, all in recovery and making these decisions and doing the mental work, so they can go out to eat and not get all, So no, I'm not drinking today because I'm in recovery, or no, I'm just not going to do that. It's a lifelong decision, and a lifelong journey, and it's yeah, it's been interesting. It's been good to see that as they go through that, and try to put that in my own life. And I need to do better, of course, because the cheeseburger and the Rice Krispie treat and the Diet Dew, they're all delicious. Water, get out of here. Diet Dew, come on.
I love water. That's what I'm drinking right now. Is water.
I know, that's what I'm
He's
drinking now too. Yep, exactly. Water is good.
Drinking more than enough water, and saying no to a situation is saying yes to yourself, your future self.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And building that legacy. Like, what do you want to leave for your children? What do you want to leave for people to remember you as? That's part of about living life, is knowing that, hey, someday we're not going to be here. How are they going to remember us? Yeah, everyone's going to sit there at your funeral, and say, yeah, Adam was a good guy. He really worked hard, and sorry he's not here anymore. But they're going to go on with their life. But if you can leave them something worth something, and this is just my perspective. I have nothing against people that sit there and they go, I just want the 9 to 5. I want a simple life. I want to go do what Leonard Skinner's mom said, be a simple man. That's fine. And I'm not against that. That's the life you want to live. Great.
Yeah.
But there's people like myself that I'm looking for something a little bit more.
Right. Well, I would even say, even that 9 to 5 is becoming more and more elusive as we march along on the path here. Whether it's AI starting to take those positions, companies heading overseas, now they're trying to bring them back. Even the governments, right? I mean, suddenly, we're seeing layoffs and reduction in force, RIFs. They're coming. So, people that never thought they'd lose their job are losing their job, and that's a big change. It's a big shift, and it's also a little kick in the pants to have Plan B. So yes, you can't say yes to everything. You have to have some capacity to actually build or work on Plan B, or just build up what you're doing. I mean, even gardening takes time, right? So you can't say yes to everything. You have to have some no time in there, so you can so you can sit here and put it together, and then go plant the seeds, and then transplant the seeds, and all that stuff. Or like Jules, she's building up a website, and then she's got a few social things, and she's got some yoga classes to teach and all this stuff. And then, oh shoot, the weekend's gone, back to work you go. So we got to be able to say no to something to free up some time and capacity to do those things.
Right. And I mean, let's face it, gardening, and that'd be another great subject, is planning out that garden. Like, get yourself a plan, because
got it.
When I go out to buy seeds, I'm only going to get two different kinds of tomatoes, one kind of green bean, one kind of watermelon, a couple, one jalapeno, one cayenne, one bell pepper. That's it.
No, it doesn't go like that.
It's only $2 a package. It'll be great. I'll spend maximum of $20. It'll be great. And then what happens? $100 later in seed.
That's why I'm not covering Iowa anymore, because I would go down there and I'd end up at Seed Savers Exchange, and for me that's going to Disney World, right? So I would come out of there with probably $100 worth of seeds, and they're fabulous. I just love going down there. So, but I mean, it's discipline. Now I go in and I see the burpee seeds at Menards or what other store, and I'm just like, well, no, but I'm gonna look.
Right. You know,
Yes, having the plan is good, and then that gives you those navigational beacons, right? And you stay between the beacons.
right. And so yeah, it's a cultural thing for us to say yes. You know, that's we're a social creature, right?
Yep.
To say, and that's kind of what kind of builds social is a society is people you saying yes to me saying yes to, you know, my my wife said yes. I mean, hey, you know, that's why I'm married.
That's right.
Um, so
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a lot of books about getting to yes, sales books and all that kind of stuff and all the tricks of the trade to open up a person's wallet and make that first sale, and there's a lot of work to influence people to get them to yes, because that's how a sale is made, right? But it's interesting when it's the power of no.
right. And yeah, why not I'll go down this rabbit trail real quick. No can also from a sales point,
Mm.
be able to say no sometimes gives you a lot of power and a lot of energy instead
It does.
and getting the customer to say no, because once you have the word no, once they say, so Tom, you're buying chicken from me, you say no, what does that do? Or I say, well, do you want this extra chicken? Or
No.
no, okay. You know, it starts giving me more information from you than the yes.
Right.
And I can then start going down rabbit holes. No, you don't want this extra chicken, and then you'll start explaining to me why you don't
Mm-hmm.
need that extra chicken. My freezer's full right now.
Right.
We really don't eat whole chickens. We eat chicken breasts, chicken tenders, chicken drumsticks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you know that we have chicken thighs? There, all of a sudden, now I got you to what you do want,
Mm-hmm.
what you will say yes to. So
Right.
getting a no from a customer really does help. So that's probably a whole nother show in and of itself. But the powerful no, we should really have been counting how many times we said no, like a no counter.
I
No, no,
know,
no, no,
right?
no.
Maybe I'll have to do that on the playback. I'll just start making tallies, and then I'll have it at the very end of the podcast. So that's for all those that are watching the live right now. It'll be on the podcast, probably, maybe,
So right,
probably.
but saying no, no, creates gives you power, right? It
Yes.
gives you that to sit there and basically take that time back, go, I'm going to focus this on what I need to focus this on instead of doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you this energy that you're basically buying back your energy. People, just because they're related to you, just because you're friends, just because you're neighbors, just because you work with the same guy, and just because you have a skill set, does not mean that they that they get your time. That
Right.
they can sit there and say, "Hey, that's my time. You're going to give me your time," and that's one of the things that I think is important for us to. That's why it's important for us to say the words no, and to
Mm-hmm.
be able to say no. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to come on over to your house and fix your air conditioning this weekend. You're going to have to call someone.
Mm.
Um, you know,
And it worked out. It really did, Adam. It did. It worked out. It's working beautifully. It was
perfect.
okay. It was okay to say no. Look, you're on my podcast, man.
And it also affects things
Mm-hmm.
when that dynamic between the people. They go, well, maybe I shouldn't ask him that.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't, take
Mm-hmm.
up that person's time
Right.
for that. It sends a clear message to your counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
that person, that counterpart is that coworker, that family member, that friends, whoever that you're saying those words to, that you're communicating with, that counterpart starts understanding, okay, this is someone that doesn't say yes anymore.
Right.
And, maybe you're going to ask me to come on over. We're going to go do some fishing.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit more likely to say yes to that.
Right.
Or,
did you just freeze or did I? Well, everyone, we are looking for Adam to return. Someone froze. I think it was him. So there he is. He's back. You're back, brother. It was a good freeze, but yes, I was starting to filibuster. So,
well, I appreciate that.
Right. I mean, there is a negotiating tactic too of saying no right off the bat, and then we're trying to get a better offer, right? Or negotiate a better price, or negotiate a better package, or figure out. It was kind of going right in line with what you're saying, but from a buyer side, like if you go into a car dealership and you are sold on that Tesla Cybertruck, and you're like kissing it and hugging it, and the salesman's going, I got a hot one. I'm not going to give him any price break on this. It is, you're going to not only be paying the full price of the truck, but you're going to be paying for the underbody and the overbody and the this, that, and the other. And $200,000 later, there you are, but if you have some negotiate, I don't know, I got another dealership down the road, then you can start to negotiate on price,
Right.
No. But if you love it, and we've done this before where we went in and we loved that particular vehicle, and then they went, got the sucker, let's go. Man, that was a bad truck too, a bad minivan too. It was terrible. We got so screwed on that one.
Well, yeah, sometimes, once again, you'll learn about the future, taking your time and say, even if it's a good deal right now, doesn't mean, you could, if you're not ready for it, say no, say maybe later. I need more research, and it gives you more time. And yeah, that deal might pass you by, but guess what happens? More deals happen in the future.
Right on. And we have a celebrity that checked in. Really good guy, Michael Jordan, the Bee Whisperer. My man, Michael, how you doing? I hope your bar's going well, and the apiaries are doing great in this cold weather. But he said, if you know what you want, you're looking for the best price. Absolutely. And he knows all about it. He's done some really cool stuff out there in Wyoming, and he's come up with a lot of great ideas. It's great you're checking in, Michael. Good to hear from you, man. And we need to get you on the show. And this guy was telling me I need to get you on the show with us. So that would be a lot of fun. We had some good conversations, and he was back. He was like one of my first big guests back in the day. It was great. Drew Sample got him on board. So that was really fun to have him on. Michael Jordan doing just slamming buckets,
Well, Michael Jordan and I are TikTok friends, and
yes.
I was going to send you one of the TikToks that he made the other day, and couldn't send it to you because someone got they got a little trigger happy with that.
I know. They haven't solved it yet, and it just doesn't work well on the laptop. I'm just going to be honest; it doesn't work well. So I'm missing all the content from good folks like Michael. And Michael had some cool stuff going on. He was selling honey for a granola plant and doing all kinds of meads, and it was just great. So he's a good guy. Love talking with Michael. He's got a lot of good ideas. Really good ideas. Probably help both our little businesses along, my friend.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think so. A couple of my last points here is people often listen to no.
Yeah.
They, like you say no, they start listening. it shows leadership and it shows power. They you take back that power and you say yes to yourself and say no. This is they look at you like, okay, this is, and we have them fooled, right? This is someone that knows what they want, and by just saying the word no,
Right.
So yeah, I mean, essentially, it empowers you to say yes to things that truly matter to you by saying no to things that don't. I mean,
Right.
that's that simple.
Right.
So what matters to you, and you're going to say yes to a lot of things that don't matter to you, and that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah. Saying this isn't necessarily bad.
No.
Sometimes you just need to say no. So I think really you're getting back into mindset too, like with what my therapist has been working with me for the past year, just realizing that you're not selfish and you're understanding your limits and then realizing that it's okay because people adjust. They'll live. They'll be okay. They'll still love you. Really. I mean, maybe. Usually they do.
If they don't, do you really want them around you?
There you go. And you really try to focus on why you struggle to say no, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you worried you're going to disappoint somebody? I mean, are you afraid of rejection? I mean, some people are afraid of rejection. They had a hard time growing up, It's sad and you don't feel worthy. And do you tie self-worth to being helpful? Some people do. They want to be that caretaker person and taking care of you all the time, sending you home with a lot of meat and all that good stuff. So,
right. Absolutely.
I don't know who did that.
No, me neither.
No, me neither. Some Amish dude.
Yeah, some Amish dude. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot of benefits. And I think it's something that people are going to have to let marinate a little bit in their skull, and including myself. And when you go through your decisions, am I making? And should I say no? Should I say yes?
Right.
Whenever you're asked something, even when you really want to say yes, what is your goals? That's why it's important to have goals and to have some sort of focus.
Very true. Very true, my friend. So do some thinking, do some self-inventory and think about those things. We get asked a billion questions all the time. And just practice makes perfect. Just practice a little bit, just start out with just some simple things, right? And you'll gain confidence in yourself and learn that you can say no. They're still going to love you. It's still going to be fine. Mom's not going to ground you when you're 52. It's okay. So that's a lot of it too, is the feeling of duty, right? That you are helping someone because you're the good friend, brother, or son. But
right.
Yeah.
There's those vampire or energy vampires in your life.
That's a whole topic we need to talk about, brother. The fun sucking energy vampires. Yes.
Yes. Those energy vampires, and they're just looking at just what can they get out of you, and they don't even know it.
Some of them do.
You're helping yourself and you're helping them when you say no. So,
right. Absolutely. Well, good. We can kind of close that up and we can talk about what else is going on. If we have any frugal February tips. How are you doing on frugal February, by the way?
For us, it's going pretty easy. Doing a lot of cooking at home. I made this beautiful rump roast tonight. But yeah, we're
fancy.
We decided that hey, we're gonna frugal February, making good food at home helps with that.
Yes.
So cooking, we made good food then what we're gonna do with this rump roast, I'm gonna thinly slice it. Gonna make it into some sandwich meat. We're My wife's going to have a roast beef sandwich for lunch tomorrow.
Delicious.
Uh, and then for dinner tomorrow night, we're doing some French dips.
Ooh, that's good stuff. And yeah, roast beef is super expensive. So having a rump roast like that is all ready to go. Awesome. How do you get it thinly sliced? Do you have a slicer?
Yeah, I have a slicer.
Yeah. What's that?
I cheat.
No, that's not cheating. You just have the right tool for the job. I mean, you could cut it with a knife, but why? You've got a slicer, right?
Right. Really sharp knives. One of the biggest things is you got to get that thing cold.
Yeah.
And just put it in the fridge. Don't, we had some beautiful pot roast tonight, or well, it wasn't a pot roast, but anyways, technical terms, we had a beautiful beef roast tonight.
Right.
And then we will sit there and continue on with that same meal. And you can do the same with chicken. You can do the same with pork, ham.
Yes.
You get yourself a ham.
Oh, you can eat on that and make a soup out of it. You can get like 3 or 4 meals out of that thing or more.
Right.
Depending on how many people are at your house. Yeah, I did a pork loin tonight. We'll probably use that for barbecue pork tomorrow, and then I'll do some chicken in the crock pot, I think, and we'll just keep it going. Last week, frankly, for Frugal February didn't go so well for us. I mean, it was a great week, but it didn't go so well for us. I'm going to admit that. Jules was teaching a lot of yoga. And then I was doing stuff, and then it was like, oh, I suppose we should eat something. Yes. What are we going to do? Oh, well, I don't know.
Quick trip.
So it wasn't Quick Trip. Well, we did get some rotisserie chicken. So we did do that. So,
well, you have to say that rotisserie chicken at Quick Trip, like that's pretty cheap. It's like
$7.
I mean, you're right. It's not saying it's good for you. Not, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole or anything, but it's probably one of the better choices you could have made.
Yeah, we do a lot of rotisserie chickens, believe it or not. So, but I did a fryer chicken too, beer can chicken the other day too. So it was good. So then it was that in the oven? That was in the oven. So that's good. So we're back on it. It really, a key to having success with it is planning, planning and preparation in the front end. And with my brother and my sister-in-law in last weekend, not this weekend, but last weekend. And then our friend's daughter was here all weekend. We didn't get as much planning and prep done as we should have. And then my friends coming through, right? Jay and Andrea coming through. So a lot of people coming around.
A lot of people because Tommy's popular.
Jules the social butterfly too.
Yes, he is.
So that means when you have a lot of people, then your meals are getting bigger, maybe a little more elaborate than you usually do for just us. So, but the pork loin was good. So
very cool.
Anything happening with Modern Frontier Farms, the business?
Right now, it's kind of slow time of year. We are taking some orders online, and if you're in the area, feel free to stop on by the store. We have picked up another store. It's called Stonebank Farms. I think Stonebank Farm Markets. It's right in the middle of Lake Country in Stonebank, Wisconsin. So beautiful little store, and looking forward to working with them and finding some success with those guys and just getting more and more product out there for these people so that we can all be more successful.
Was this the one we were talking about before, or is this a total brand new one? Okay, good. Awesome. And it's good to see things moving right along and getting in a few more stores and everything. I think that's great. More exposure and more chances to sell. For me, I was doing some research into Etsy, the platform, and there's a lot of fees into it. And so I decided to the point with them requiring free shipping and some other things, you could lose like 20% of your fee, 20 to 30%. And that's just like, wow, that's pretty steep. So I'm going to be putting the shop on Small Scale Life, and that's where I'm just going to run it. So I've got the software installed, and I just need to build it. So that's what's going to happen this week. So that's my agenda. That's what's happening. But I am, like I said, 2 boxes went out. Super excited about that. Want to get some more out there. Put together my big spreadsheet as an engineer. That's what we kind of do. And then it is funny. This is probably a whole nother topic too, is the oh crap moment when you look at, all the costs that you've put in, and then all the podcasts and hosting costs. And then, here's what I've made. And it's like, oh, I'm bleeding here. I'm bleeding. But that means I got to get more sales. That's all it means.
Yep. That was one of the biggest things when a couple years ago when Lisa and I were building the freezer and buying product to put in the freezer, and it's like, oh my goodness, we just dropped 20 grand like that.
Yeah.
But in the long run, there's taxes and trying to figure out, keeping track of that.
Yep.
A lot of these things are deductible, and it's. I'm not the person to probably sit there and talk about all the taxes and tax credits and everything else. We should probably have someone on about that.
We could do that.
Good one.
That would be a good one. Yeah, I know, because right where I'm sitting, right here is probably where there's going to be a wall that goes across for a indoor cooler, and the creation station will change, and the podcast studio will change. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening in the near future as Willow River projects kick off. So it's going to be very cool. It's going to be a busy summer. It's going to be good.
Good to hear.
We'll have to get Jules on here. We just got to get over the hump of doing a live stream. It's not as scary as you think. It's just a conversation.
Oh, it's extremely scary.
I know, right?
Look at us. We're ugly.
All right. Who'd want to listen to us?
Absolutely.
Well, one more thing before we end. I did get a thing on my little phone saying that the NOAA forecast has said that keep looking to the north, because we might be able to see the northern lights tonight. So I'm going to keep my eyes open.
That sounds awfully cold to look at those.
I can look at it out my sliding glass door. I'm not going out there. Are you kidding me? I'll freeze. So keep your eyes out for the northern lights. So anyway, thank you for tuning in, everybody. There were a few people that tuned in. That was really awesome. And thanks to Michael Jordan for putting his fine statement up there. That was always nice to see. Just keep going. Keep pushing yourself. You might be a little nervous. You might be a little scared. You'll get through it. Adam coaxes me off the ledge. Jules coaxes me off the ledge. Amy Dingman coaxes me off the edge. All of my friends do that. So I really appreciate them. And especially Jules, of course. And Adam. Thank you, sir. But remember to keep going, right? It's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. We used to do this stuff in caves with seashells. You can do it, right?
Absolutely. This is we overthink a lot of things,
Guilty. Guilty as charged. So remember to learn, do, grow, be a little better every day. We'll see you next week, 7:30 p.m. Central. If you have a topic, feel free to send it in to us. You can send it to me, realsmallscalelife@gmail.com, and we'll put it in the mix. Otherwise, we'll pick a topic and run with it, as we always do. So this is Tom.
And this is Adam.
And we'll see you next week. So take care, everybody.
See you later, guys. I did. Well,
No,
I it was off screen.
it was off screen. Okay. Yes, he says, peace. So we'll see you next week. See ya. As we close this episode of the Small Scale Life Podcast, remember this: keep going, keep going, keep going. It might seem like an impossible thing to achieve your goals, like starting a small business, losing that stubborn weight, tackling your debt, or becoming that person you always wanted to become. But it is achievable. It's achievable. You can do it. You need to put one step in front of the other. But you have to begin that journey by making a decision and taking that step forward. So, start. Take a deep breath and take that first step. You can do it. We're here to help. This is Tom from the Small Scale Life Podcast, reminding you to learn, do, grow, and be a little better every day. We'll be back real soon. Take care, everybody.
Testing now. How do I sound, Tomas? La 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 la.
That's pretty good.
La 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 la. Mr. Sandman, bring
Check.
me a dream. Make him the cutest thing that I've ever seen. Give him tulips like pillows and clovers, and tell him that my lonesome nights are over. Sandman.
Yes. So gonna keep that. Yes, we are. One more important note. Small Scale Life reminds you that we are not licensed doctors, therapists, healthcare professionals, or financial professionals. You should always consult a professional before starting any practice. All information shared on Small Scale Life or the Small Scale Life podcast are for informational and inspirational purposes. Results will always vary, and participation in any practice or activity is completely voluntary and at your own risk. That said, keep learning, doing, growing, and being a little better every day. You've got this.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Wow, that's a good message.
Look at this.
Wow.
Oh man, I feel like, wow. It's like I come over, it's like I don't know what to expect. I gotta be honest. I come in, it's like a little like I'm trying to get my bearings. There's cartoons, your mom, and it's like you still got it.